to be surprised? Yes. Why? Because
of what you're wearing?
Because they told me to say anybody wearing Trump has to go right now.
We should put
during the signing.
Free speech.
During the signing.
Free speech.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I have to call LPD now.
That's fine. There you go. That's all right.
So that is outside of a book signing for Ron DeSantis happening just yesterday. Yes, he found a book that he's willing to tolerate. It's his own. He wrote it. But all those people who just wanted to attend the book signing and committed the crime of having Trump signs or Trump clothing, be gone. You've been banished by King Meatball Ron himself. And they didn't like it. Not the regular crazy Trump fans or the special brand of crazy Trump fan activist. I love that they're activists. Who are you helping? Laura Loomer was there, and they did not take kindly to being banned from this site. They seem to not have gotten the memo that all that stuff about free speech and opposing cancel culture is branding. He doesn't actually mean it, but here's more from what happened.
Are you acting like the far left?
We're acting like the far left trying to get Trump elected?
Yeah, well, you're acting like the far left. You're
trying to get Trump elected?
You've got the same way.
Trying to get Trump elected. Trying to get Trump elected is the far left?
Yes.
Trying to get Trump elected is the far left.
Listen, I am a Trump supporter.
Well, but technically, you shouldn't be over there then.
I'm doing my job, dude.
So are we. So
right.
are we.
But
so
you're
are we.
On private property, you need to leave.
Okay.
Okay, so there's so much there that's just terrible. I mean, the cop being so proud that he is a Trump fan, that he has like emblems on him that he can point to as proof that he's one of the pure ones, declaring that they're being leftist. He means because they're being what, like aggressive or something. But what I love is that like, he's kind of right. Like they don't think they should be banned from a place because of their t-shirt. That does seem a little bit more like the left. I'm thinking that there should actually be access to political events. Of course, it is private property. They can do these sorts of bans if they want to. I just love that like they're just now finding out how fake all of that stuff about free speech and everything was. Jared, what do you think?
I'm not sure though. I of course always think maybe they're finally starting to see how this whole thing works. As they start to have these fights amongst themselves as primary candidates pop up, the Nikki Haley's and potentially Tim Scott's, and then now we got DeSantis possibly, and Trump is the only one apparently that's in, and they're afraid to fight, is because eventually constituents are gonna start seeing the differences between the two of them, or they're gonna start seeing actually what it is that many of them employ as far as pushing the other one's followers and supporters away. They're gonna start sounding like, oh, wait, we sound a little bit like the far left. We're standing here in a lot with signs and t-shirts on, and one of them said what their job that they're doing there is trying to get Trump elected. How is it you standing in this lot is getting Trump elected? I just want to see how that connects. I mean, maybe you're working on his campaign. Maybe you're going door to door and trying to convince people. Does this get Trump elected? This is how it works. Mm-hmm. So if someone who's undecided sees you guys standing in the parking lot with signs and t-shirts, and they're not sure who they were gonna vote for, they go, oh, that band of misfits there has convinced me by standing in the parking lot that I should also vote for Trump. It doesn't matter. But now, by the way, I'm just challenging the idea of what he thinks he's doing there. I think they're perfectly fine out there protesting, or I guess protesting, saying, yo, we support Trump. You can do that if you'd like. They're just on the parking lot and they're in this private property area. That's where the problem comes. But I'm glad that maybe you're gonna see how each of them employs ways to push the others away, which is gonna be tasty.
Yeah, they can do their protest outside or whatever, but of course they want to be in the store. And while the infighting is funny or whatever, if they got into the store, it would be chaos. So I think they were right to want to ban them from the store. Honestly, they were definitely going there to ruin the event. Let's be clear about that. But also, the event's dumb and I hate him. So flame on. I don't care. But so there's no reason to believe that this was necessarily had anything to do with Trump, I guess. It's Trump followers and Laura Loomer's a big fan of Trump or whatever. But that doesn't mean that Trump dispatched these people to the event. But he's gonna do that. Like, oh my God, he is going to be tweeting calls to crash all Ron DeSantis events soon. This thing is going to get filthy. Like there are gonna be pigs covered in muck and mud, and they're gonna be looking at this race like, I'm not getting anywhere near that. It is gonna be so dirty. And eventually, if Ron DeSantis is doing well enough, just crashing the events isn't gonna be enough. There are gonna be threats. There's like, just everyone prepare yourself, because I don't think we've ever seen a race like this. Ted Cruz didn't pose a good enough threat and wasn't popular enough to Donald Trump back in 2016 to really merit like an all cannons blazing approach from Donald Trump. And obviously there was no real challenger in 2020, not on a national level. We've never really seen anything like this. It is going to be wild. Anyway,
it's gonna be fun. But also the thing is since some of these folks are potentially dangerous, you don't want to really be nearby when they start clashing. I'm just saying that in all seriousness. Like, that's the one I think maybe scary point about this. As these tensions maybe possibly begin to flare, we know they don't have very good ways of expressing those emotions.
No, they're gonna, if they think that Trump is gonna lose, they're going to freak out. And God only knows. Normally that manic, crazy energy has been like sent out towards Biden or the left or Antifa or whatever the hell they think, or trans people or whatever they think is threatening them. But now it is going to be against other Republicans. So, get some popcorn.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.